All right, so why is this so important? It's important because the vocal cords, they're actually very small little muscles, and if you think about how people conceive of singing, they're going to talk about the breath, the air that comes into the lungs, that pressurized breath that provides that airflow to generate a vibration here in the vocal cords, and that vibration creates a pitch, which if we heard it by itself, it'd be like like a buzzy, gross sound. And that pitch hits the resonators, our mouth, our larynx. Some people put in the nose. There are all these air pockets up here that can resonate that sound. And so people think if I support and I have a deep breath and then I close my vocal cords, then I'll be able to just alter the vowel and the resonance on top and alter the color, alter the timbre, do that kind of stuff. But here's something very, very fascinating. Researchers knew this a long time ago, but it's really coming back into the public consciousness, is that the vowel that you sing, when that resonance lines up with the overtone series of the pitch you're singing, that acoustic energy and that shaping of the vocal tract has a tremendous influence on the vibration. The vocal cords, the vibratory pattern of the vocal cords is changed due to that acoustic energy. And not only that, but depending on which overtones or the timbre, that first formant overtone relationship, it's going to influence it just influences the vibration. And so if you want to sing in head voice or chest voice, that vibration will be strengthened by the overtone series, that formant tracking that you do. And when that happens, that acoustic energy and that that breath pressure system up here, it influences the vocal cords and helps it to stabilize and modulate the breath pressure from below. So opera singers in particular, they're using a lot of breath pressure, a lot of support. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold. And, that breath pressure coming up from below will very easily blow through the vocal cords. They're little tiny muscles. They're not particularly strong or massive, and we don't want them to be, we don't want them in a pressurized, stiff mode. We want them to be pliable. We want them to create a harmonious musical sound, not a yell sound. Well, to do that, there has to be balance between the breath pressure from below and the acoustic energy on top. And the vocal cords in the middle, when the acoustic energy is there and the breath flow is there and the breath pressure from below, it helps to stabilize those vocal cords so they can work in an optimal fashion. So, what does this have to do with the acoustic register? Well, if you sing with an acoustic register and you tune your overtones well, that overtone tracking creates significant acoustic energy, and it helps the vocal cords to stabilize. So this gets really fascinating. I'm having a bad day. I've got a cold. I've got post-nasal drip. My vocal cords are starting to get a bit thick and inflamed. But if I tune the overtones, they will support the vocal cords, and I'll be able to sing. So here we go. You can see that overtone is tracking well. Let's go up. This is going to get harder, technically, as I go up, but as long as I do that tracking, by opening the vowel, closing the vowel appropriately for the pitch, it will sustain my vocal cords. Now, you probably hear that I'm not singing ah or aw. I'm singing ah at the top because I've got to open the vowel that much to track that resonance. This is belting. This is chest voice carried high. It doesn't hurt my throat, doesn't cause any tension. As long as I let the vowel shift, the overtones and the acoustics will do the work for me. Here we go. Here we're getting pretty high. Now you can hear a little scratchiness. My vocal cords are tired. Got that postnasal drip. That phlegm, that sticky phlegm, is going to coat those vocal cords and make it difficult for them to, vibrate in a good way. But I'm still getting the note out. I mean, I'm belting a high A on an off day because the acoustics do the work. So this is the acoustic register of chest. Now let's do a glissando, see if this makes things more clear. Even though the vowel is changing, the timbre, the quality, the texture of the sound underneath that vowel is very, very consistent. And there's a consistency of sound. There's a fullness of sound and a resonance. There's a presence of sound that is desirable. It brings out all the natural qualities of my instrument. When you sing with the Formant tracking in these vowel shapes, it brings out the intrinsic quality of your voice. You won't sound like anybody else, but you will sing like the great singers. So I can't necessarily, I don't have Pavarotti's voice. I don't have David Phelps's voice. Those are two singers that I really admire. But if we listen to them sing an O vowel on this pitch, their vowel shape is going to be very similar. But when that vowel shape is clear and pure and well projected, the vowel will be the same. And it's a pretty cool thing. So, this is a short presentation on the acoustic register of upper chest voice. That's what Berton Coffin called it. Some people call it belting. Some people call it open timbre, voce aperta. But this is that acoustic register. And if you learn to use it, if you learn this register, it will set you up so that you know how to negotiate other registers. This open and closing of the vowel, which tunes that first resonance, coordinating that so that you can go up and down easily without interference, that trains you to do the other registers.